So this morning I am enjoying the Ridgeway Lodge, and the Ridgeway hike walks literally right past here. And this is Miv. And good
Good
morning.
morning.
And thank you for doing this. This has been a delightful place to stay.
Thank you.
And this is the only bed and breakfast that's directly on
One of the
the
very, very few.
yeah. So tell me about uh, you and how you got this idea to do that, and what it means to you to do this.
Well, we've always liked meeting people and having a house as big as this that we don't fill, and also enjoying looking after friends and family and things, cooking. It seemed a sensible thing to do because when we discovered there was very little in the way of accommodation in the area, it seemed a nice thing to do to be able to share the house and the setting with other people.
The setting is really glorious. I've seen so many bed and breakfasts, pubs, and homes, and they're all glorious in their own way. For some reason, this speaks to me, I think because of the space that's
Hmm.
here.
And the
Uh,
peace.
the, that's right, the peace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me more of what you imagine or what you think of when you think of peace here.
There's a plane going across
Yeah,
over
it's
there now.
interrupting our peace.
um, just calmness, I think.
Hmm.
Calmness and tranquility.
Hmm.
Uh, it seems very separate from the outside world
Hmm.
in many respects.
Hmm.
But a month or so ago, when we had all the family here, there were 12 or 13 of us, and it was anything but tranquil.
It was chaotic
Chaotic.
joy.
Yes,
Chaotic
yes,
joy.
yes.
That's what families,
Very busy. Yes.
yeah, very busy. Yeah. And you've been doing the Ridgeway Lodge for people, not
Mm.
just hikers, but people for how
Yes.
long?
10 years. This is our
Ten.
10th year now. Mm.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Never thought it would be this long. Didn't even know when we started whether it would take off or not, you know. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I had a little website made because I thought we needed to publicise the fact that we were here. But it's only a one-page website initially because I didn't know whether people would find us or want to come or
Mm-hmm.
anything else. But
Mm-hmm.
in fact, it's amazing the number of people we've had from all over the world
Mm-hmm.
for all sorts of reasons.
Mm-hmm.
Family living locally, just passing through from the airport to somewhere else, or conversely going back to the airport.
Mm-hmm.
People who are working in the area. We have a number of places locally. There's the hearing dogs for the deaf headquarters just down the road. So
Mm-hmm.
we get people who are either visiting or going to get a hearing dog to
Mm-hmm.
help them, an
Mm-hmm.
assistance dog.
Mm-hmm.
There's also the Clare Charity Centre Foundation, again, a couple of miles down the road, that is the home of the child bereavement charity, plus several others. And so we get delegates from all over the place
Mm.
going on courses there for to help them with their jobs, in their everyday jobs, if they work at
Mm-hmm.
a hospice or something, and
Mm-hmm.
to help them.
So you serve sometimes people that work in some very intense
Mm.
environments with grief and
Yes.
hospice, and for them to come here as they are being educated is helps anchor them, doesn't it?
Yes.
It helps
Yes.
them
Yes.
cope.
They've often said how wonderful it was to come and stay.
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, I mean, sometimes they'd like to have stayed longer, obviously, but helps them unwind
Mm-hmm.
and relax
Mm-hmm.
after an intense course on something like teenage suicide.
Right. Wow. So you offer a gift in that way.
In a
And
way, I suppose, yes, but and
mhm.
completely unrealised, if you like. Initially, I had no
Yeah,
idea
yeah,
that
it's
this was
not your
going to be.
plan.
No, no,
It's the
didn't really have a plan.
which sometimes makes the best plan.
Hmm.
And I I had no plan. 2 days ago, when I was looking for a place to stay, and you didn't have room, and it's like bummer, and so I stayed in Watlington another night, so I could come here, and I'm so glad I did. Um, you said that you meet people from all over the world, and talking with your husband John last night, he was talking about how much he enjoys just having people from Australia
Hmm.
or Japan or the central part of the United States show up.
Yes, yes.
Uh,
It never ceases to amaze me how people find us. I know we've got a website, and that we're on the National Trails website,
mhm,
and we're very fortunate. We've got some wonderful reviews on TripAdvisor, and I think that's how a lot of people
mhm,
find places to stay.
mhm.
Um, but even so, it still amazes me. We had a lady a few years ago who came 2 years running from Anchorage in
Anchorage,
Alaska,
Alaska.
just to chill out.
You would think
Come all that way.
you would think she would have other choices too,
Absolutely.
but again, this is a special place, and right on the ancient byway called the
Yes.
Ridgeway.
Yes.
8,000 years of people have
Oh, easily.
passed
Yes.
on your land,
Mm. Mm.
and we have a privilege of being here for
Yes. A moment in time.
a
Mm.
moment in time. Miv, thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
allowing me to stay here and for being willing to visit for a few minutes.
Well, I'm glad you were able to come, and that you enjoyed your stay.
Thank you. And you're going to be visiting with your grandchildren in Australia in a few minutes,
Yes,
aren't you,
by
on Skype?
Skype. Yes. Yes.
Isn't it? It's just wrong that kids move so far away. And
Well.
I'm teasing because my son lives in Singapore,
Ah,
and my
yes.
daughter lives in central New York. So, they just don't take into consideration their parents.
The world's their oyster.
The
This is what
world is
it's all.
their oyster.
But again,
Mhm.
if the Pilgrim Fathers hadn't ventured abroad, where would we be now?
Where would be? Yeah, where would we be?
Yeah.
That's right. Leaving is really what it's about, isn't it?
Mhm.
Leaving and then making community all over
Yes.
again
Yeah. But having the contact, keeping the contact.
and keeping the contact.
Mm.
Thank you, Miv.
You're very welcome.